Okay, so here's another green truck video. This would be episode 2 if I'm not mistaken. And because I might have put one up in the middle, I need to check. So as you can see, we've got it pretty well stripped down. Right now it is Saturday at about 4 o'clock p.m. The goal is to have this frame cleaned and then reassembled so that it can roll, and then the cab back on the frame, hopefully Sunday night, maybe Monday. Because when things are disassembled, they take up a lot more room than when they're complete. So the goal is to get as much of this cleaned up as I can, start painting as soon as I can, and throw it back together. Today I'm going to spend a lot of my time just using the wire cup on the grinder there. So I'm going to get to doing that. I'll come back and show you some progress. Maybe I'll make a small work video if I can find a good spot to set up the phone as a camera. So yeah. Alrighty, so I'm basically just cleaning up with the suspension mounts first, so that worst case scenario I can remount the suspension, roll this back under the cab, and I'm going to paint, under the cab area first, because the bed's going to stay off at least a little longer, so that we have a chance to clean under that or wire stuff or whatever my excuse will be. So, but right now, just focusing on getting suspension cleaned up, then paint a layer on that so that I can get that together, roll it around. Still got to take apart the front end, but I think I'm going to save that for when I actually have the cab back on it and just do it on jack stands or something, because the cab only covers to about yay or whatever, about there. So if I just clean everything back there, paint it, then everything up front will be easy later. So that's basically all I'm up to with this cleaning thing. I'll get back to you when I got a lot more done. So yeah, see you in a second or two. Okay, so I got everything from leaf spring hangers forward, thoroughly wire brushed. I gotta hose it down. Well, forward up to, farthest forward is this lower control arm out. So everything back. So everything under the cab from the leaf spring mount forward is cleaned with the wire brush. I got a little bit of paint on here because I plan to try to remount my springs quickly so that I can move my jack stands and clean underneath them. And I just got to hose it down. I might pull out the grinder to get some of these little slag bits off from the factory welding. It's really bad. Just try to clean it up, make it look a little less ugly. I think I'm going to mostly focus on the ones that are on the bottom of the frame if I do that. So yeah, that's about where I am now. I'm going to get hosing her down, then I might throw a coat of paint on her. I don't know if I want to prime it or not. Really probably should, but we'll see. Alrighty, I rinsed it all down, and here's the part of the project that my patience normally gets me in trouble with, because I don't have any, and that is, it is still slightly wet. It's like damp. from being hosed down. I gave it time to dry. As you can see back here is very dry. Over there where I actually did my work is still relatively damp. And I don't want to wait for it to dry. So what I'm going to do for trying to help keep myself occupied is I'm going to try to grind off a lot of these little nubs, at least on the outside and bottom, with my flap disc. So it'll take a little longer with the flap disc, and it'll come out with a better finish with the flap disc. And we're going to just see what kind of trouble I can get into with that, and see how good I can make this look. Well, that only took me a few minutes to do, so I guess I'm going to jump in on painting this now, because I really want to get this together as soon as I possibly can. Can you believe that one can did that? Top, sides, bottom, from right behind the suspension all the way up to right behind where the cab mounts. One can. It was a pretty neat color. I didn't think I was going to like it so much, but I think it will work out well. So, last time I did this lift alone, I had 4 straps to hang it from. This time I've only got 3, so balance might become an issue. I'm going to try to do it in as little movements as possible, you know, as few lifts as possible, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully pretty good. Well, there's going to be bits of this missing because the stupid phone stopped recording. So that's that. Cab's back on the frame. Quite the pain in the ass. Couple scary parts there, but all worked out well. Man, this camera has crap light capabilities. My phone's a lot better at that. Came out well. Now I got room to roll this frame back and actually work on it like a normal person, which I won't do right now, but I definitely will get to. I think that will be the sum up for this episode. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, all that other crap.